Hey guys, this is Patrick with my version of what and how I pack my backpack for the hike. So this is my pack. I've got the heavy mill trash bag, or compactor bag rather, stuffed all the way down to the bottom. Again, a regular 30-gallon black trash bag won't do. Those are too thin. So get a trash compactor bag or the contractor trash bags, as long as it's real thick. And I'll bring an extra one of these to cover the outside of my pack with while we're in camp, which will protect it from rain on the outside if it happens to rain while we're in camp. This protects the stuff on the inside if it rains while we're walking on the trail. Moving around to the front of my pack, if you don't already have one of these, get one. It's not really an option. It's a whistle. This one's a little like Ralphie's Red Ryder BB gun. It's got a compass in it, a thermometer, and in here somewhere is a magnifying glass. But you don't have to get this one. Anyone will do. This one was $7 or $8 on Amazon. You can get them at Walmart. One of the orange ones or whatever it is will be fine as long as it's got a clasp on it like this. So you can hook it onto this front strap. And this is for if you get lost on the trail and separated from us. You can pull this up to your mouth and blow on it real loud. Makes it real easy for us to find you if you're lost. These front pouches on the front belt strap, I'll break out trail mix and jerky or whatever I'm gonna snack on while we're on the trail. I'll put it in here so I can get to it easily while I'm walking. I don't have to break out my food bag out of my pack and deal with that. So going around my pack, I've got carabiners hanging on throughout, a bunch of them, so I can hang stuff from it. Always a good idea. And then I'll start with the stuff that I need to get to last, and that's the stuff that I'll need to break out when we get to camp. So starting with my sleeping bag, that'll go all the way in, all the way down to the bottom. And then my sleeping pad, and then my sleeping bag liner. That's not required. I've just got soft, sensitive skin, and I guess I need something a little more supple. The footprint for my tent goes underneath my tent, in between it and the ground. Always a good thing. Then my Jetboil will go in because I don't need that until we get to camp. And if you don't already have one of those, don't go out and get one. We've got plenty between the leaders, and I think a couple of the hikers have one, and that's plenty for the entire team. So you don't have to go buy one of those. Then I've got a clear Ziploc bag that I've got paracord to hang my food bag with at night. Some deodorant, toothbrush. I don't have the toothpaste out, but I will eventually. Extra set of batteries for my headlamp if I should happen to need those. Some sanitizing wipes, first aid kit, and an emergency blanket. So you guys have to have one of these. In case you fall into the water on a water crossing and it's really cold up there. Some guys, if it's really cold at night and their sleeping bag isn't cutting it, they'll break out their emergency blanket, bring it into their sleeping bag and wrap it around them. Heats you up real quick and effectively. So get one of those if you don't have one. In a clear Ziploc bag, I'll bring, and you can see I've got it kind of labeled, I'll bring regular Advil, and some Advil PM. I've learned from going on these hikes that taking one Advil PM right before bed helps you sleep pretty nicely, and no problem waking up in the morning. If you take two, you'll probably be real groggy in the morning. It'll be hard to wake you up. We don't want that because when we got to hit the trail, we hit the trail. So then after that, I've got a dry bag here, and you can buy these in a 3-pack with 3 different sizes from Walmart. This is the medium size one, I think. But in that dry bag, I'll put my extra pair of shorts that you can see there, an extra shirt, extra pair of synthetic underwear, and merino wool socks will all go in that dry bag. Then my food bag, 10 liter recommended. I obviously don't have my food in it now. And then I just bring one long camping spoon to eat with. I don't bring a fork or a knife or anything like that. This is all I need. I eat my oatmeal with it, stir my coffee with it, and it's really good and kind of necessary for the dehydrated meal pouches that we'll distribute to you guys for dinner each night. So that's perfect. All I bring is an insulated mug. I don't bring a bowl. I'll mix my oatmeal in that, and then after, rinse it out a little bit, mix my coffee and drink that. And then up towards the top of the pack, or up at the top of the pack, I'll get to things that I'll need. I'll put things that I need to get to kind of quickly. So like my fleece, my puffy jacket, those will be up towards the top. And then on the pouch, the zipper pouch on the lid of the pack, so up in that thing, one of those, I'll put my Frog Tog poncho. So if it starts raining while we're on the trail, I can get to that quickly and get it on. And my trowel and my dude wipes, which are fully biodegradable, so those are acceptable. Those go hand in hand in case I need to get off the trail and dig a hole. I've got those two things that I can get to quickly. And my headlamp will go in one of those zippers on the top. And then on the outside of the bag, I'll hang my camping chair, because when we stop on the trail to take a break, you might want to break out your chair, take a little rest in it. And on the outside, I'll hang my water shoes. I use Crocs because they're real lightweight and they work. So I'll hang those on the outside, and I can get to those quickly when we come to a water crossing. And then my tent, I'll hang strapped to the bottom outside of my pack, kind of on the bottom there. It goes like a roll across the bottom. That'll be kind of the last thing. The only things I don't have here are my 2 1-liter bottles of water. I told you guys that the Smart Water bottles are perfect. You don't need to have a fancy water bottle or 2 of those. Just get those disposable ones, and those work great. And my food, of course, and I think that's about it. And all this weighs in with pack and everything you see here, I think at about 27 pounds. That's it. Any questions, let me know.